Yeah, and it is what it is, but it's just one of those things. If that's been AEW's problem, literally from day one, is you're run by a guy who just doesn't understand how the real world works and doesn't understand what money is. Like that's why he what was it last year or the year before when they had All In and All Out either 1 week, I think it was 2 weeks apart, so they expected everybody to drop $100 on their shitty pay-per-views in 1 month. I'm sorry, not everybody's got just $100 to spend in September randomly, especially in September. It was September too. So people going back to school, if they got kids, people have lives, but he doesn't understand any of that because money's not real to him. It's Monopoly to him. He's playing GTA on a cheat code. He just doesn't care. You know what I mean? It's I'll just enter this code in again. Hey, his code is Text Daddy. That's the code. Text Daddy. Here we go.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So, and I think Shad Khan is out.
Oh,
I think Shad Khan is out.
I would think so too.
Yeah.
I would think Shad's just, peace. He saw it in person once where Tony got.
Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, that was it. He's peace. I'm out.
So,
I'll exit stage.
Awful. They've gotten to the point now where their base audience is between 500 and 600 now. It looks like that's what they're settling into, sort of low sixes into that area.
Yes. Plus 500,000 on
of course,
300,000 on Pluto, and I think 6 on Jupiter. So that's a lot of people if you really put it together. A lot of fucking people.
Yeah,
we talked about this last show because I actually had to listen to the last show, to find out how many times I messed up a prediction or got it wrong or what have you. One of the things I said, if they don't have any 800,000 by September, bad news for AEW. And they're nowhere. They're not going anywhere near that number.
No. And I feel like, honestly, after All In, I feel like if they hit 700 again, it'll be a surprise. Why? Unless they get Goldberg, that maybe will give them 700 once, maybe 800 once.
Can we talk about that, please?
Yes.
Can we please talk about the ineffectiveness? The ineffectiveness of a Bill Goldberg in an AEW ring. Can anybody who believes that they are some sort of CAWE fed promoter tell me how you're booking Bill Goldberg in AEW? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. God. There's nothing that man can do in AEW. He cannot be the same character he's doing that he's trying to be in WWE. He can't go on some sort of streak. Who's beat? Mike Bailey? You know what I mean? Who? Eddie Kingston, he's gonna beat a whole bunch of nobodies. His star will not shine. He will not raise it. Yeah. And then what? Then you have him lose to who? Orange Cassidy? Darby Allin?
The only one's Bobby Lashley. That'd be it.
That would be it. You know what? I was gonna say if they were smart, where's Wardlow? Bring him back to do it. For fuck's sake, man.
Wardlow's got a better gig now playing an American Gladiator.
Oh, for sure. And I feel like he's posting enough stuff and keeping himself busy enough where he knows who's watching, and whenever that contract can end, he's got a good chance of good. But I know with his age, he's a little bit older, but I feel like he can. I know his hero was Goldberg, but he should just shift that to Batista and do his move where he get 5, maybe 6 just good years, make a shit ton of money, big events, some great shows, do what you got to do, get a big star.
But like Awful said, Jake, he can't be his character. He can't use the music. He can't use anything. That's WWE's property. You can't do anything to Goldberg. You can't even call him Goldberg.
I mean,
probably.
Not to mention, but Bill Goldberg is a terrible negotiator. Hey guys, give me just weeds. If that isn't a dog whistle to AEW to get a hold of him, I don't know what it is. But you don't even see, this is why I believe Bill Goldberg's a mark for himself, and he's never been smartened up to the business. I heard Chael Sonnen say this, but I was saying this for years before Chael Sonnen did, and Chael Sonnen's very respected, and he knows a lot of people in the business. But he just basically solidified what I always knew. Goldberg is a mark for himself. If you don't know how to approach a match or to go to Triple H and go, listen, man, in 2 weeks, you got me wrestling Gunther on Saturday Night's Main. Are you going to speak up, or are you going to sit there, take their money, and then at the very end of it, you're going to boo face? It wasn't the way I wanted it to be. It wasn't. And now I hope they never bring Bill Goldberg back ever.
It's the same shit he did in 2003. It was the same. And then when he left, he had that match with Brock and and then they both left. Like, it was the same shit he did. And he's always been just an uber mark for himself. And it's like, and don't get me wrong, and I can admit it, in 1998, that resonated with me. It was the only thing on WCW at that point, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. Being a chubby Jewish kid, I was like, yeah, it's my guy. And, I like the spear. I always, it was good. But, and it was done right, honestly, until I can literally clearly remember the fucking cattle prod 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, we're done. And then I heard about the finger poke of doom and went back and watched it or whatever, on a replay or something. And was just like, yeah, I'm done with this. And I was WWF from that point on and never looked back. Not once.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah, no, it's just
poor Bill Goldberg.
Yeah,
if you're a professional wrestler on the come up, do not take any advice, any sort of sage wisdom from Bill Goldberg. Seriously, I'm not joking when I say that.
Yeah,
just stay away from him. Stay clear.
I feel like I'm assuming that he's probably got himself. If he's gonna go over to AEW, it will be because he's got himself fully cleared, where he can. Because with it being his name, it's one of those things where they can only own the rights to it under a contract. He can get that back. Now, when and how that is, I don't know if it's in the video games or Legends deal or whatever. But I would feel like he's probably got it to where he's. Because I know there was something where he was under a contract where he had a couple X amount of matches left. This is the last one, and if he's out. They can do some fucking terrible AI version of his music and call him Goldberg, and it'll just be awful. Just let's be real. Let's Sting's run there. There was a couple of cool moments, but really were any of the matches I know he was 28-0 or whatever, but aside from remembering how bad the cinematic matches were, remind me of a great Sting match moment that involves Sting and not Darby jumping onto a plate glass window or something.
Yeah, right.
Fuck's sake.
And can AEW even use Bill Goldberg?
That's what I was just going to ask you.
Did they have to call him ladies and gentlemen, Bill Goldsmith?
No, I would think they would have to call him Bill. I would think if they couldn't call him anything, it would just be, they couldn't just call him Goldberg. Because it's his actual name, they've got to be able to call him Bill Goldberg.
I mean Goldstein.
Yeah.
George, I think you turned your volume up, buddy. You just got loud all of a sudden at us.
There's something going on over here, though. I can't help it.
No, you're all good.
Bill Weintraub.
I'm good. No,
I'm just thinking of every Jewish last name in the book.
Yeah. Golderstein.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I just feel like I feel like the way those things work when it's your actual name, there's a different point to it, but I don't know what it would actually be. Nor do I just would think of how bad would they be. Sure, him showing up would be very cool, in a moment for them, but just anything else, I don't know. Yeah. I'm just saying, my point was I was getting to is just anything else, he will be the most over he's possibly going to be in that company the moment he shows up. It literally goes downhill from the moment you're seeing, that cheer is the biggest one you're going to get. And if you're Edge, you remember, you run to the other side where there's no crowd and you go, oh, sad face. It's still that's to me showing up in AEW. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
So awful. Do you think I gotta talk back a little bit. You think Goldberg would have been better if he just would have kept his mouth shut and let the people realize that he was screwed up a little bit there? Cause I realized it real quick, obviously, that he didn't get his fair shake.
He's done several things. He's made the match with Gunther unwatchable. Okay. He's absolutely taken all sort of the aura from that match. He's made himself less likable because for as much as, he thought it was a retirement match and all that, he didn't like it. And like, you've been given a gift horse in the mouth, and this is how you appreciate or show your appreciation.
Right.
Who likes a person like that? You know what I mean? And in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks or in 4 months or whenever he feels the need to go to AEW to try to collect another paycheck, the AEW fan, while as ridiculous as they are, they're going to see right through that bullshit. Oh, he's here for a paycheck. He's not really here to elevate anyone in AEW. That's why I say he's a bad negotiator. He can't keep his cards close to his. Bill Goldberg is a mark for himself.
He took that Ariel Helwani interview real fast, and and you're right, the AEW sickos hate Helwani because of how he tweeted our big boss Tony and said he was the worst interview. So yeah, no, you're right. That's really bad. Talking about shit negotiations, going and doing an interview with like one of the guys we know Tony hates. Yeah, that was
why so fast afterwards too? Why so fast?
No, I was shocked when they aired that. I'm like, wait, was this filmed before them? No, he's talking. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't understand why that move was at all. Like Awful said, he's a shit negotiator. That's bad negotiation tactics. He's what kind of lawyer did he hire? Like, you're supposed to be good at hiring lawyers, Goldberg. That's what we're good at.
I heard he hired a gentleman by the name of Evil Dose, and it all went downhill from there.
but Dose got paid, so it worked out for somebody.
He most certainly did.
I'll take that.
Shout out, Evil Dose.
Shout out to one of our favorite people. Oh man, what are you gonna say, George?
Oh no, I was just laughing at Dose.
Yeah, that happens.
I'm laughing back here. I'm in my own little world.
Yeah, that's part of the deal. Oh my God. No, I was shocked that the interview was, cause like what was the match was Saturday? The interview came out at like Tuesday. I was like, fuck, like that was,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
so
know.
I did want to ask Awful about what do you think of the, AEW residency at the Aragon Ballroom? Do you like the place? Too little, too late sort of thing? What are your feelings on this one?
Oh, dude, the atmosphere of Chi-Chi's doesn't work for me. The cavernous holes in the background, they don't work for me. The balconies don't work for me. The extra large aisleways that separate the ring and the fans. It's just like, I say it all the time. It's like, what is this, the COVID era again? Is there a milk truck or a beer truck going to come down the aisle for one of these segments? Because it's so gigantic. The space needs to be utilized a hell of a lot better. And running this thing for 6 weeks, then you're going to try to go to Philadelphia I think in a few weeks you're going to go to the ECW
yeah, I think at the
arena.
End of August.
There.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you something. If you thought in Chicago was impatient, Philly's going to let you know by week 2 how terrible your show is. I don't give a damn how many forks you put in John Moxley's head. I don't care how much blood you spill that night. I don't care how many Sandmans or Tommy Dreamers or Shane Douglases or any big surprise guest you may think you got going on. It's not going to work in Philadelphia.
Dreamer works for TNA. He can't show up.
Okay, well, see, there you go. You know a thing more than I do. But as far as
that's the only one I knew. I got nothing else for anybody. I got nothing. That's it.
But as far as their residency in Chicago, I was just given a whole bunch of photographs from somebody who was there. I wanted to post them to play my bullshit. You know how I do. But I was just like, this is way less than 1,000 people. I don't know who's telling the Sheets or Dave Meltzer or anybody that there's 1,000 people there. I literally have like 360-degree like photo shots of this place. And I'm like, it's looking to be around 600-700 people. Because in the cavernous, caves behind them, that's where the production is.
Right.
It's not behind the stage. It's in one of those, like
the balcony area.
It's like balcony right underneath it. It's just like there's computers and boxes there. So the place is not filled up with complete and total fans. And as I've said so many times before, if anybody's played sports, they can relate to this. When you go into a spot, when you go to a place, whether it be the opponent's territory or your home team or whatever, and you don't see that many people in the stands, it does something to you. When you go to an opponent's place and the place is filled to the rafters and they're cheering for the team, that also does something for you.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine what these AEW talents, these AEW wrestlers are going through when they gotta walk out there and they can hear everything. They can hear the people talking in the balcony. That's gotta be so demoralizing.
No,
yes.
That's why I mentioned Edge earlier, because that was that moment when he debuted, he ran to the left side and there was people and he was like, yeah, and he ran to the right side and there was nobody. And he said, yeah, but his eyes said, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's so.
Yep, and the eyes never lie, Chico.
Yep, you always look at the eyes. And you said the thing about, sports, and it's funny because I played sports all up through into high school until I fucked my knee up. And then my other big love was music, and that was what I did through college. And I played music a bit, but I was a better band manager. But it's the exact same thing. Like if you go on tour, I've been on like 4 or 5 different tours with some decent bands. Like you go on tour, it's the exact same thing. If the venue, even if you're like the opening act or whatever if you're headlining or whatever it is, even if it's a small venue, but it's packed if it's a 300 person venue and there's 295 people in there, that is amazing. It's fun. But if it's like, if it's 1,000 person venue and you got 300 people in there, that shit sucks.
Yeah, you have to get your adrenaline going and you get into what you're doing. It makes sense for wrestling. It makes sense for hockey. It makes sense for a band, like Jake said. If you're a band and you're going out there and there's 2 people, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. And I compare music for this venue because it's mainly a music venue. Like that's what it mainly is. When they came here, the last time AEW came through Phoenix, not for the pay-per-view in Glendale, but the Phoenix show, I think it was in like February or March or whatever, they, instead of playing at the basketball arena, they played at, I forget what it's, I think it's Comerica Theater now, one of those, but it's the 5,000 person theater. It's the place that you play it's the place that bands play before they make it to the arena, you know? It's like a 5,000 person venue, but they had less than 2,000 people in there and it sucked. Like the way they had to shoot the cameras, cause I know the venue cause I've been there 1,000 times. Like it's a 3-tiered venue. You never even saw the 3rd tier and they tried not to show the 2nd fucking tier cause nobody was in either of them. And it's the same thing with Eric.
Right. The show.
It's a 5,000 person
venue. The show goes.
Fucking hell.
The show goes from a actual show. They all look at each other and they go like, this is rehearsal now. It's now rehearsal. Cause I played in a couple of bands and it's just like, sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes you see that small crowd in the audience and you go, you know what? We're still going to fucking pop them. Yeah. How about that? We're still going to make them dance. We're still going to make them uplift and all that. But professional athletes don't have that mindset. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
When Swerve or Bill Ospreay or any of these guys go out there and they look above, cause they're told to look around and see the atmosphere and all that. And when it's not there, it's just not there. Sorry.
Yeah, you get that deflated feeling.
You do. And it's the same thing, like as a musician, if you're the opening act and you're still trying to get it made, like get made, that's how you're going to be. You're going to be up into it. And that's how you see some of the younger guys going balls out. Like that's what, remember Dante Martin before he broke his leg 17 times because he was going all out in front of nobody because he was still trying.
Right.
And you see, like you said, but for the headliner, when there's, half a house, they're going to ass their way through it. They're probably, drinking the entire time, snorting blow behind the drummer and shit.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. Yeah. Allegedly. But I just say like that, and that's going to be the same kind of thing for, the main event time. And you can see it like that's when the matches like where they're like immediately, all right, well, let's go outside and hit a few spots and pop the few people that are here and do this little thing over there. And oh shit, because nobody cares. Yeah.